What is up? No one who listens to this show. It's me, Nathan Rocks, and I'm joined with my co-host Nathan
Uh,
Rocks.
Hello, I'm Nathan Rocks with
Nice.
my co-host Nathan Rocks,
And this
and
is the Nathan
we
Rocks
have a
podcast.
the Nathan Rocks show.
No,
It's just me talking to the voice in my head.
yeah, it's good. No, I'm not Nathan Rocks. I'm Justin Dorenzo. Happy Halloween to Nathan Rocks, though.
Thank you. Happy Halloween,
Thank you.
Justin.
I appreciate it. So
Yeah,
we
of
have
course,
a
of course.
little spicy Halloween episode, and by spice, I'm referring to. This is where you say what we're doing.
We were referring to pumpkin spice.
That's right.
I don't know to count that as a spice though.
No, pumpkin
like
is
spicy
not a
foods.
spice. I don't know why it's called that.
Not even pumpkin spice.
No.
But I think because I guess technically is a spice, it's just not like spicy.
Is it? I mean, isn't pumpkin like a fruit or something? I mean,
Well, spice is kind of just flavoring,
okay, all right, that's fine.
in like that sense, you know.
All right, I'll accept it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. So yeah, on the ballot today, we got a bunch of pumpkin flavored foods, a drink.
And we'll see which one you should try and get out for this Halloween season.
Yeah, exactly. And our wide variety of topics today will be also spooky themed. So this should be good.
Spooky, spooky.
I like a good Halloween time. It's fun. I don't know.
Sure, I love Halloween,
Yeah.
but we'll talk about that more after we get into our first review.
And what is it?
This is a McDonald's. I got the pumpkin spice iced latte.
Oh, I got the
That one, or
hot
did you
one.
get the hot one? Oh,
Hey, whatever. That's fine.
I got the iced one.
That's fine.
I'm gonna try this, and then we'll see. I guess from both sides.
Yes, and if I'm correct in thinking this, none of us have ever had this before until this very moment. So,
You're wrong. I did have this once.
okay, I've never had mine. All right.
I needed a little pick me up, so I just bought it.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go.
Huh.
So, I forgot to mention I hate coffee. So my answer is going to be a little biased. So I'll let you go first.
It already sounds like you disliked it.
You can go first.
Either that or you burnt your tongue on it. I don't know.
No, you can go first.
The first time I had this, I was not a big fan of this. I thought it was pretty disgusting. I don't know what they did this time. It tastes a lot better. Maybe I'm just used to it now.
Fair. In terms of the pumpkin flavoring, like, are you picking that up?
I want to say yes, but it might just be like a general sweetness as well.
Interesting. Okay. So for me, it's this is terrible. Um, it tastes the flavor I'm getting is the exact flavor, that you know.
Pumpkin, right?
No, it's the exact flavor of the reason why I don't like coffee. It's like super. It's just bitter. It just tastes bitter. I feel like I'm just drinking bitter. I don't taste any pumpkin whatsoever. It just tastes like I'm drinking a regular, gross coffee.
Maybe you went to the wrong McDonald's.
I went to the one in town. I mean, they're never.
Well, I imagine so, but maybe they just didn't make it nice.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, again, I've never had this before, so I don't really have a base to go off of. But yeah, this thing sucks. At least for me, this is disgusting. But I
Well,
guess I'm gonna keep.
I'm gonna
drinking it.
say right now it's at the top of my list.
Well,
It's the number one item for me.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say that this is the this is at the bottom of my list, even though there's no ranking yet. Yeah, I don't like this.
So it's your number one item at the bottom.
Yeah,
of
this
the
is
list
my
still?
number one item at the bottom of the list. But I'm gonna keep
Alright,
drinking
perfect.
it, I guess. Whatever. One thing that I don't hate and that isn't bitter, it's very
What
sweet.
is it?
It's trick or treating.
You like trick or treating?
I love it. I mean, if I wasn't an adult, I'd still be trick or treating. Hell, I went trick or treating like, I don't know, a year or two ago. Whatever. It's lame.
Did
but
you really?
Yeah, I want to want to keep going until the point where like I actually look
Did,
older
did
than
anybody,
17.
Like, look at you really?
No, because I shaved, and that's all it takes. when I shave, I
look
look.
that young when you
Yeah,
shave?
I look like I'm 17 still when I shave. Every time I go into bars or casinos, immediately, if I don't have facial hair, I immediately get carded. So I still got a few good years left in me to pass off being a kid, and I did it. I want to keep trick or treating, but unfortunately, my passion for trick or treating is not shared by anyone else. Um,
Well, I think that's because even though people might not like going house to house, getting the candy anymore, I still think people like dressing up though, and they'd rather just go to like a Halloween
this coffee's
party
terrible.
instead.
yeah, absolutely, and that's fun. They're fun.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just have this like unusual. I love trick or treating. It's not loved. I
Yeah,
still
no, I
love
definitely loved it as a kid.
it.
I just remember like dressing up, going out of town, just everybody being out there, just seeing the streets absolutely loaded
Yeah.
with people just trick or treating and stuff.
It was a nice feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen it as busy
No,
last past years, especially not including the
no,
COVID
yeah,
year.
no.
But even then, like as I was getting older in like high school, a little bit of college, I feel like I didn't see that many kids out trick or treating.
Yeah, I also feel like it's been on a decline. I don't see a lot of kids out
Yeah.
anymore. It's weird, especially now, of course, because of whatever.
But yeah,
But not counting that, even before that, yeah, you're right. It definitely felt like there's less, less people overall, and I don't know why, but
I don't know, I guess people were scared of trick or treating.
I guess.
But I feel like as our generation grows older, we'll probably get more people going out trick or treating again, because just nostalgia seems to be taking over everything, and that's just
Oh yeah.
something everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah,
you
Halloween's
remember
great. I'm gonna dress up
trick-or-treating?
my kid,
Wow.
and we're gonna go out trick or treating the way I used to as a kid.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Interestingly enough, I don't even like. I'm not a big candy or sweet person in general. I don't usually eat a lot of sweets. I don't eat a lot of candy. I don't hate sweets or candy. I have my sweet tooth, but it's just I never grew up with candy or sweets outside of like cookies readily available in my house.
Yeah.
So I
Same.
I never felt a need because I never had it.
Well, I think that's why I liked Halloween. One of the reasons, cause like I got to like dress up as like my favorite like Star Wars character or like a superhero or something.
Yeah.
But also I just got like a giant thing of candies. It's like, man, I don't usually have this.
That's
Now
fair.
I do.
That's fair. I didn't feel that. Like I didn't really care about what candy I got, and I barely ate it. But just the act of getting it was enough for me. I don't know. It just going to house to getting the candy is what really did it for me. I don't know why. And I mean, some of my favorite memories, like of my so far life, have been trick or treating, and I think you were there for some of them. It's been a long time.
Should have been there for maybe one or two of them.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Do you have any readily available memories?
I mostly just remember costumes. And like I'd get dressed up as something, and then like you see other kids, and some kids be like, "Oh, it was cool." Sometimes like I would be dressed up as Anakin Skywalker, but then I would see other people dressed up. I'd be like, "Oh, look, we're both Anakin."
Yeah, that was always cool. Yeah.
And then or like I dressed up as Superman one year, and I remember seeing other Supermans and like other superheroes being like, "Hey, look, we're the superhero people."
Yeah, that's cool. That's always cool.
And then I remember someone one year, I don't know why this costume just always stuck with me, but I remember seeing somebody dress up as like a magnet with chicks on it because they were like a chick magnet.
Well, that's why the costume stuck with you, because they're a magnet. Woohoo! All right,
Thanks.
I'll leave. That's all right. Bye. You can just continue. See ya. Bye.
I'll continue the rest of the show. So yeah, but I remember dressing up as like ninjas and stuff too, and this is awesome. Always dressing up as like my favorite things. What would you say your favorite costume was?
Oh, my favorite costume. That's tough. I always I prided myself on the costumes that I pick. I personally, of course, my own opinion. I thought I knocked it out of the park every year. Jeez. And I always would pick like really weird niche things that like no one would ever understand, but you know, I understood, so it made me happy. I'd
Like
say,
what?
well, for example, the last year, either a year or two ago, the last time I went trick or treating, um, I was there's an enemy in Resident Evil 4 who wears a potato sack on his head and has like suspenders and like khaki pants and you know walks at you with a chainsaw. It's like one of the most iconic enemies from that entire game.
Yeah.
So I did that. I put a bag on my head, got suspenders, wore khaki pants, and I didn't want to pay $40 for a prop chainsaw that I'm never going to use again. So my dad gave
So you
me.
just bought a real one.
Yeah, no, I literally used the real one. My dad let me use one of his mini ones. So I took the chain off and walked around with actual chainsaw. That was
That's pretty
cool.
actually.
Yeah, it was really cool. I remember I was Ghostbusters for 1 or 2 years. That was cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing you as Ghostbusters.
Yeah. What
I
else?
think
So
I
many.
think one of my most popular costumes
Oh,
was when I went as Lakitu from Mario.
who is that?
So if you watch play Mario Kart and you fall off the map, he's the dude that like
Mm.
fishes you up.
Mm.
So I was that dude for Halloween one year, and everybody always just seemed to be laughing at that one.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a really
Yeah.
good costume.
Everybody really liked that one. I really feel
Um,
good about doing it.
I don't remember seeing you in that.
I was like, I think senior year of high school.
Damn, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Senior year's not a year I tend to want to remember, so I don't know. That's probably why. But you saying that did remind me of definitely I think the costume for me that I got the most like, whoa, that's crazy out of was I don't know, it was like 10th or 11th grade, and I think I used this one twice. I always tried to like my unspoken rule was to try and not use the same costume twice, but you know, due to budget and time constraints some years, I had to. I think the one I got the most reaction out of was I bought this like fake piece of skin that you would put on your chest, and there was a hole in it, and in that hole is a pouch for you to put your phone in, and there was this app that you could have like a video of a beating heart playing or maggots or
Yeah.
like gears turning or whatever you wanted, and you would rip a hole into a shirt. I painted some blood onto a shirt and I had a beating heart coming out of my chest, and
No,
that
I actually remember you dressing in that costume.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was a cool one.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think the phone really messed well with it, but it was a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea because I mean the screen's like super bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a cool idea. I still have the prop somewhere, but the hole was just big enough for like an iPod Touch, so like no smartphone of today would ever fit in there. But it was cool. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, I think another reason why I really like Halloween is I've always wanted to, again, whatever, it sounds dumb, but I've always wanted to cosplay. I've always, every time, like, I've seen conventions or the few times I've ever been to conventions, I've always wanted to, like, dress up as something and go. It's just fun. I don't know. You don't even have to act out as the character.
It is fun.
Just to dress up as a
Just-
character, it's
yeah.
just, it's cool. I don't know. It gives me the good brain chemical. Like, what can I say? Ooh, I just spilled all my coffee on my desk.
Well, hey, with that,
No, keep
I think
talking.
we need
Keep talking.
Okay.
I have napkins
to- I
here.
thought-
No, we're still
think
going.
Now's the perfect segue into our next item.
What is that? What's the item?
Well, we have a little pumpkin cake
Yeah?
from Walmart that would be perfect for dipping into your table coffee.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Which cake are we doing?
So,
The Walmart cake?
The Walmart one.
All right. Why don't you start to open it and get yourself
Okay.
out a piece? Let me.
I have a piece out already.
All
I
right.
prepared before the before we started.
Okay. God dang it. Give me. If you want to go ahead and eat it, you can go ahead and eat it. But
I'll go freelance on this one. Take a little bite.
yeah, you go first. Entertain the people. I have to fix this real quick. Screw this dumb coffee. Get out of here, dude.
I'll be honest, it's not that bad.
And this is the Walmart made.
Yeah, the Walmart one.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me of like a banana bread, but with like a pumpkin taste instead, like a pumpkin bread.
Ah.
It's bought them yesterday, but it's still like nice and moist.
Sure.
It just has like a good taste to it.
Okay.
It's not like stale or anything.
No. From what I've had in the past and have been told by others, the Walmart baked goods are like pretty good, you know. In fact,
definitely not bad.
honestly,
I usually enjoy them.
all of Walmart's food in general, like their branded objects, whether it's baked goods or frozen meals, they're unusually like really tasty.
Yeah.
Well, I
Did you
oh,
grab a slice of it yet, or a bite?
I have the box behind me. I'm almost done. So why don't we move into the next topic, and then as soon as I'm done here, we'll pause real quick, and I'll take a bite real quick and give you my opinion. But
Okay.
before we move into the next topic, what is your thought? Like, where do you rank this?
So I would put the Walmart pumpkin bread at the number one of my list. It's at the top right now.
So it's at the top right now. And did
Yeah.
the other thing move down to number 2?
It disappeared, so I'm gonna have to say yeah, it's at number 2 right now.
Okay. All right, that's cool. My desk is going to be super sticky. I'm going to have to wash this when we're done. But all the coffee is dried, so honestly,
Isn't your desk usually super sticky?
I am. What are you insinuating?
I'm just saying, you seem to get lonely at night.
All right, you got me. I like to use lots of Elmer glue for my arts and crafts projects. You know, in the wee hours of the morning.
Make your little scrapbooks
Yeah,
for the podcast.
you're right. All right, you got me. Okay, let me just eat this real quick. I might as well. I finished.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Wow, yeah, this is actually really good. You're right.
Yeah.
It's super moist, but not too much. Super soft. Good flavor, light. It's got that nice, good pumpkin kick when you swallow it, but it's not like, too strong. I'd say it's perfect. Like, this is great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, this is number 1. Okay,
Oh, nice and easy.
this is good.
Moving on to the next topic. One of my favorite shows growing up, Scooby-Doo.
I'm going to have to agree.
Can't say I've ever been disappointed by it. One of my favorite blankets, I still have it at home, is just a Scooby-Doo blanket, and I've had that for about as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I have a pair of bed sheets and pillowcases of Scooby-Doo that I've also had for literally forever. So yeah.
And I remember one of the favorite things I got as a kid. It was like one of the cereal box things. You could collect enough tabs from the boxes where we can send in. And they sent you back like a bunch of DVDs of like old cartoons and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
They had Scooby-Doo on there and like the Monster Mass and like Monster Race and something. I remember watching them like all the time as a kid.
How many did you end up getting from the cereal boxes?
We got all of them. It was more than just Scooby. I can't remember all of the shows, but I just remember watching the Scooby-Doo DVDs like all the time.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
cool. What would you
And I was
say?
also a fan of the live-action Scooby-Doo films
okay.
as well.
All right. We'll get to that in a second. I'm actually glad you brought that up. We'll get there in a second, but let me ask you the question of what. I guess I can't really say is. I don't know if there's a current Scooby-Doo going on, but what was your favorite series for Scooby-Doo? You know, like
That's a tough one.
I know because there's so different. There's so many different
Yeah.
ones.
They're so different. There's so many of them. Well, I would say it's definitely not a pup named Scooby-Doo. It was like the cartoon where they were kids.
Yeah, I didn't care.
But-
for that
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad.
No.
If it was on, I would watch it.
one. Yes.
But I would always be like, man, I really would rather just watch like the actual Scooby-Doo than this
Yeah,
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. But I like the Scooby Doo like presents one where they would have special characters on, like they did
Oh,
Batman and Robin
and the Harlem
Harlem
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, you're unlocking so many memories. I forgot about that.
I didn't, man. They were all hilarious.
They were
I like 'em.
great. Oh my God, those things were incredible. You're right. Yeah,
Um,
I'd say that's probably top three.
oh, it was Three Stooges. They did Three Stooges.
Oh,
too.
that's right, they did. Oh, it's so sick.
Ah.
That was so sick.
And uh, then the original series was pretty good.
Sure.
Um,
I'm waiting for
I
you to
think
say
the
the
one
I'm thinking
was
of.
a What's New
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo,
there
the
it
one that
is.
was really on.
There it is. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. That one was incredible.
Those ones were super good. But I also like the movies, some of the animated movies, like the one where there's the aliens,
Sure. But with
the one
the
with
one,
the
yeah, the zombie one. Oh God, the
Yeah.
Zombie Island is incredible.
that one was terrifying because I was like,
Mhm.
oh wait, this is real zombies.
I know
What's
that's
going to happen?
That's one of the. I remember as a kid, it struck me as like, whoa, this is actually like real threats. This isn't like a dude in a mask. This is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I love that one. The cyber chase
Mm.
one where they get sucked into.
Oh, Cyber Chase was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that was a.
So I was like, Scooby Doo and video games. This is incredible.
It was a trilogy. It was
A genius idea.
the zombie one, something in the middle, and then the cyber chase one.
Actually there was 4 of them.
Oh, there was 4.
Yeah, because it was the zombie one,
Okay.
Cyber Chase,
Okay.
the alien one,
Mhm.
and then the Witch Town one.
Oh yeah, I remember the Witch Town one. Where the heck
And
scrolls?
it was the Hex Scrolls.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, I remember because all 4 of them were just a part, like almost like a revitalization of Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I mean, there really wasn't a series going on, but it was like Scooby Doo, but all the enemies are like real
Yeah.
in this series.
Yeah.
Nothing's just a dude with a mask on.
I know. Yeah, that was a. I would say some of the golden years of
Yeah,
Scooby Doo.
they were fantastic.
And speaking of fantastic, let's speak about what you were saying before. The live action movies, at least the very first one, the one done by James Gunn, is it's a it's not a movie, it's a film. Okay, that's a piece of cinema. That is a masterpiece of cinema work. That is a great movie. And if you already
It is.
don't know, it was supposed to be rated R. James Gunn was going to do an adult Scooby-Doo film, not porn, but just an adult Scooby-Doo film. But that idea got canned like last second, so they had to do quick
That would make sense.
Yep, they had to
just
do-
because the way some of the stuff worked.
Yeah, they had to do quick reworking. So that's why there's a bunch of like the boob jokes, the weed jokes, the sex jokes,
Yeah.
and a kids movie. It was it was so good. I must
Such
have
a
watched
good
that
film.
it's so good. I must have watched that so many times as a kid. The second one didn't really
Which one was the second one?
exactly. I don't know, man. The only thing I can remember
Well,
is Scooby has
was-
an afro and he's disco dancing at some point in the movie.
Was it the one where they went to the island or the one with Scrappy Doo?
Scrappy Doo's the first one.
Scrappy Doo was the first one?
Yeah, and so Mr. Bean was in
Okay.
that as well.
Oh, was he really? I
Yeah,
don't remember that. It's been a while since I've seen the
Yeah.
live action film.
it's been a while for me too, but I remember a lot. The second one I don't remember.
Was that the island one?
Hold on, we're at a computer. Let me look. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Second live action Scooby-Doo movie. Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Let me just see if I can get a quick synopsis.
I like them all, by the
The
way.
Mystery Inc. gang must save Coolsville from an attack of their past monsters brought to life by an evil masked figure trying to take down the gang. I don't know. I don't remember at all. But those 2 movies, because I think James Gunn only did those 2. The casting, impeccable,
It's actually pretty good. Yeah. They
incredible.
did a good job on that.
Yeah, they literally couldn't have picked better people than the people that they had for these characters. It like was nuts how good everyone was, especially Shaggy, Matthew Lillard. Oh my God, he did
Yeah.
a fantastic job.
He is just Shaggy now.
Yeah, every time I see him, I'm like, hey, it's Shaggy.
Yeah.
Incredible. Then they had like, let me just see. Hold on. They had other ones that came after these ones that weren't related. Yeah, these ones. It's like, I think the first one was Scooby Doo: The Mystery Begins, and it aired on like Cartoon Network. And
Yeah, wasn't that one just like straight on Cartoon Network?
yeah, that was just straight to Cartoon Network, and it sucked. Big sausages.
I did not watch that one.
It wasn't good. And then they had a sequel to that. Also wasn't good. Really, the only one that I truly like was the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad someone else likes them, because I heard someone else like trash talk these a while ago, and that stuck with me all these years.
I don't think they were, for the most part, like super popular films, honestly.
Huh. Fair enough.
Like now you'll see a lot more people talk fondly about them.
Well, yeah, because the early 2000s and 90s culture is the thing, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
I
Yeah.
remember back in the day, I don't think many people like super killed for the live action films.
Probably not.
Which as a kid, I was like, "You guys are crazy. These films
Yeah,
are
these are
fantastic."
incredible, dude. You're missing it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that.
Did you watch the new cartoon series?
Is that the one that looked like Family Guy, or the other one where Fred makes that joke about liking traps and the internet went wild?
I saw about the one about liking traps.
So it was on Netflix.
I watched some of that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but
Same. I watched some of it because Netflix was like, we're getting rid of it. And I was like, well, I probably should see what's going on. And it
I
was,
thought it was pretty good.
yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, I didn't like it as much as people were making it out to be, but I definitely didn't hate it by any stretch of the imagination. I also didn't finish
Then
it.
I gotta go back and finish the whole thing. But I also want to watch that other one you were talking about too. Who I guess it looks like Family Guy.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. It never interested me because the art style was just so, yeah, such a turn off.
See, I feel like a lot of people are gonna get turned off from the art style, but I really feel like it could still just have a couple funny jokes in there.
It could.
That are worth my time at least.
Yeah, you never know. I am dismissing it.
But the other
because of
thing
cover.
is, looking at it, like, am I really going to take the time to go back and watch like a kids show?
Yeah,
And I got other things to do.
very true. Very true. Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of
Yeah.
other things to do, we got another product to try, don't we?
I believe you're correct. And what is it?
This time we have another pumpkin loaf cake, but not by Walmart. This one is by Entenmann's.
You'll never believe it. I just spilled coffee again. I'm kidding.
Cancel the show.
Yes, this is it's pretty much like a pound cake, but it's called pumpkin loaf cake.
Yeah.
Made with real
I wasn't
pumpkin.
expecting it to be an actual loaf in
Yeah,
the box.
I have to cut this real quick.
Yeah. I thought it would be like individually wrapped slices or something, but
It smells
no, it's just
fantastic.
a whole loaf.
I'll say that much.
It does have a good pumpkin smell.
Yeah. How do I cut this? Should I take the paper off before I cut it, or?
Well, usually you eat the paper with it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh. I think this one has a little bit more of the spice than the Walmart one.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be right. All right.
It's not bad though.
Let's see here.
Different.
Let's see.
It's not
here.
as moist, but I feel like it doesn't need to be.
Yeah. The 5 people that are listening to this show just turned it off because they got triggered at the word moist. I don't know why people hate that word
Good.
so much. I feel like it's a trend to hate that word. All right, here we go.
I mean, you might be right.
No, it's not as moist, but it's not dry.
Yeah.
I am not picking up the spice.
Not at all.
No. In fact,
I mean, it must have a weak palate.
oh, that sounds familiar. Oh, okay. I got a little bit of it as I swallowed the piece of cake.
You gotta taste it. You can't just swallow it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll try. I think I like the Walmart one more.
Hmm.
The flavor is There's definitely a artificial pumpkin flavor there, or I guess not, because it's made with real
Well,
pumpkin. But I don't know. I prefer the other flavor more. It's hard to describe what it is. I can't really describe the flavor too well. But
I mean, usually pumpkin would be pretty good description.
wait, this is pumpkin?
Yes.
I'm
Real pumpkin, though.
really allergic. Please, please, please call an ambulance.
No.
Oh.
You have a show to finish.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like the other one more.
Tough one.
So for me right now, coffee's in the garbage. This is number 2. Walmart's number 1.
Yeah, I guess I would say Walmart's my number one still too. I put this maybe at the number 3, but like everything's really close. It's not like a big gap. for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, let me box this up real quick.
Okay.
And while I do that, what do you want to talk about next?
I think a good start for our next topic. I don't know about you, but have you seen any horror films
Oh, I've seen quite a...
recently, or any TV show recently?
So, recently... I have seen one recently. Let me see if let me think. No, I think I've only seen one horror movie this entirety of October, which is really, really far behind the amount I wanted to watch. But I saw the most current Halloween film in theaters the night before
did see
it
that.
came out. Yeah. Halloween Kills.
Oh, and you saw it the night before. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was great, honestly.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the original one and the 2018 one, and if we want to try and keep up with the canon, the new canon is the first film 2018 and this new one. None of the other sequels in between count anymore, so that works for me because I've never seen them. I do want to at some point, but yeah, I thought this new one was pretty good. A lot of cool callbacks to the original film. A lot of little nice details in there. And I don't really have too many complaints. I had some nitpicks, but I don't feel like talking about them in great detail because it's not worth it. Overall, yeah, pretty good. I like what they're doing with the Halloween franchise right now because I know it really went off track in the middle there and became kind of schlocky. But no, these
Slocky Rocky.
yeah, wacky slush. These feel really good though. They feel like actual attempts are being made. What about you?
I thought I saw something recently, but I don't think I have actually. I have wanted to see the new Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Have not had the chance to watch that one yet.
Yeah, I recommend it. Well, make sure you see
Yeah.
2018 first if you already haven't.
No, I have to see that one too. Is that the one by? Who's that one by?
I guess by the same dude who did this new one. I don't know what the name of the director is. I do know that John Carpenter had his hand in both of these films. He didn't direct them though. I don't know the name of the director for this one. I see that you're... Yeah, okay, so right now I can see what Nathan's doing. You can't. You're looking at the Rob Zombie ones.
Yeah.
Those ones have big... it's either you love it or you hate it, and I'm told that the second one is really good. I really want to see them. I'd love to see his take on it. He has made other horror movies too. I want to see his movies because, he's primarily a musician. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I do want to see them too. A lot of people at work, whenever they bring up Halloween, they bring up the ones he make.
Interesting.
So it does make me at least want to watch them.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch them.
Yeah.
Well, besides Halloween, what other Halloween movies are your go-to? You have a favorite or in recent memory you've seen one that you stuck out?
To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of horror films. Well, I mean, they're scary, so. And I'm the type of person that I'll watch a horror film and I'll be like, oh man, now I gotta go to bed worrying about that. That's just another thing on the list.
Oh,
But
keep going.
But some that I have seen stuck with me. Insidious, the first
I
one.
haven't watched
I
those.
think there's a sequel. I saw the first one, but my mom and my sister like rented it on Netflix back when you ordered the DVD. So they were playing it. But I walked by, started watching it. I was like scared.
Well, I'm sorry.
But I was like, man, I'm
what
invested
movie
at this
did you
point.
say? I didn't hear you. What movie?
Insidious.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I'll be honest, like, that's still a pretty good movie though.
I heard very good things about that movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen the other ones, but I know the first one. If you like horror films, I would definitely recommend it.
Yes, I hear nothing but good things about that first one. Another one that I would highly recommend. It's not scary. It's hard to say, like, can you consider it a horror movie if it's not scary? I'm still gonna consider it a horror movie. 28 Days
Nightmare Before
Later.
Christmas. Oh.
No.
Actually, no. I do like zombie movies though, but yeah, I
love
like that
zombie
one too.
movies. Yeah, 28
zombie
Days
movies are great.
Later is
So that one.
probably like my third favorite movie. That's a incredible movie.
It is good. It's
yeah,
really good.
it's super good. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good zombie movie, which I feel like there aren't a lot of. I mean, good ones. There's a lot of zombie movies, but in terms of good ones, 28 Days Later, REC,
you might be right about that,
REC2,
actually.
the Zombie Lands, if you want to count that.
Yeah, we count that.
I liked, for the most part, I liked Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake from 2005. The new thing he made looks like actual trash, and I won't be watching it. And the general consensus is that it's actual trash. So, what was it?
What
Army
new
of the
thing
Dead.
did he make? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that thing. I'm not wasting my time with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like a good zombie movie. Oh,
No.
and then there's also that movie that I want to watch with you at one point. One Cut of the Dead. It's a Japanese horror film.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend it enough. You just have to watch it. I don't look up anything
Yeah.
about it. Just watch it. And I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying to anyone who's listening because I still want to watch it with you. I still want to watch it with you.
You have to try and watch that sometime.
Yes.
It sounds good. But I want to watch that. I also want to watch a Train to, I think it's Busan.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one too. That one sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I can't recommend that one enough. That's a great one. Let's see. I was gonna try and watch. You ever watch Event Horizon?
I think I have. Oh man,
It's
I
the
can't
movie. Spaceship tries to go through a portal, but they like open up, or like the spaceship tries to use this new technology for.
I did not see that one actually.
Okay, yeah, it's spaceship invents this new technology for like warp drive, but it accidentally opens up a portal to hell, and all sort of silly shenanigans ensue. I think it's a bit overrated, but and I know I'll get crucified for saying that, but it's still good. I still very much recommend it.
I have to watch that one too
That's
again.
not a bad one.
What was the one Hellraiser? Is that the one with the cube and the
Yeah,
pinhead guy?
yeah. I could see him on your screen. I have never seen those. No.
I don't know. There's multiple. I saw one of them. Pretty scary film. I did enjoy that one too.
Okay. Yeah, I know people like those a lot. I've never seen them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen them. I wouldn't be opposed to though. Oh God, that looks awesome. What was I gonna say? Did you watch any of the Saw movies?
I don't think the Saw movies, but I did watch The Ring. No, not. Wait, which one's the one with the movie?
VHS.
You watch it, you die.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
That's
That's
not the. Yeah.
that's The Ring.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's The Ring.
Oh, and then there was actually a German film with like some vampire or whatever. That was like a suspense thriller type of thing. That one was really good.
What is that called?
I can't remember the name.
See if you can find it real quick. German horror movie with a vampire? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know too many. I'm very not well versed in foreign films, unfortunately.
I can't remember why I watched it. We had like some German channel, I think, and it just came up.
Huh.
It was super good though. It's like a kid finds like a vampire, and the vampire is about the same age as him, so it's another child.
Okay.
But it's been alive for like thousands of years. So she sees the kid getting bullied and helps out the kid. And
Oh! I know what you're talking about. I think, isn't there like a scene where they're in a swimming pool or something?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie gets high praise. I don't remember what it's called, though.
I can't remember the name for the life of me.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've actually really wanted to check that out. I couldn't tell you what the name is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I don't
Sorry,
remember.
everybody. You'll have to mix out on this
Yeah,
film.
sorry. Haha, get wrecked. Yeah, whatever.
Idiots.
That's
So
fine.
just know what we were talking about.
Yeah, can't you read our minds? Come on.
So now we are now talking about Little Bite pumpkin muffins.
Yes, this is our last product here, and they are, pumpkin muffins. And on the box it says no high fructose corn syrup, 0 grams trans fat, and it's made with real pumpkin.
Perfect. Now, I feel like Little Bites has a bit of an unfair advantage. It's like you already know Little Bites is good.
Yeah,
So.
Little Bites is the official. I don't know where I was going to go with that sentence. So, yeah.
They are official, yeah.
Yeah, they are the official. All right,
That's good too. They do smack.
let's open up one of these boxes or bags, whatever. It's an ASMR. Here we go, bags and all right, here we go.
Your voice sounds terrible.
What?
Your voice sounded terrible for a second.
Did it? Oh well, hopefully that's just a Discord thing. Hey Kai, let me try one of these. Yeah. These are much more buttery.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. It's like buttery. Feel like a little bit sweeter than the other stuff.
Definitely. The pumpkin flavoring is super, super, super light, not intrusive. That's good. I would say, yeah, these are pretty good. They taste like Little Bites, just with like a hint of pumpkin flavoring. I would give this, I'd say this is second, so
Yeah.
maybe second. Nah, I'm going to say second. I really like the Walmart one. Walmart one first. This is second. Entenmann's is third. Coffee's in the garbage.
If you have a close scoring, I'm going to say Walmart one's first. Entenmann's second. Penultimate would be the McDonald's pumpkin spice. And then last place is the Entenmann's, but for me everything's like really close together.
Yeah. That's
I
understandable.
feel like you can't go wrong with any of this stuff in my opinion.
Okay.
Putting it all together is like you just get a whole pumpkin really.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Exodia of pumpkin.
And remember, Nathan got iced coffee. I got hot coffee. So, in case anyone cares. But you know what a lot of people care about?
No.
The sponsor of this episode, NordVPN and Raid Shadow Legends. Have you ever worried about your data being stolen as you're grinding out dungeon? People usually care about. I've noticed people love doing like versus scenarios between like fictional characters and whatnot. Especially
me.
you versus an
I do this
actual
all
rock.
the time.
And I think the actual rock would win. So
Alright, first of all, I don't know. Like, do I get a weapon?
no, it's just your bare hands versus a boulder.
How long has the boulder been there?
Boulder's been there for about
Started
1,500
eroding yet,
years.
or-
And we'll say it's just started eroding. I don't know if that's
or
correct or
just
not, but we'll
started
go with it.
eroding? And I don't get a weapon.
No.
I'd have to definitely go with me on that one. How
Okay.
big is the boulder? Like, what, 15 pounds? Just throwing in a lake.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the podcast. We figured it out. Bye. No. Horror
But-
characters versus each other. People love doing that. So
Who would win? Count Dracula or Frankenstein?
Frankenstein, because I don't think he has any blood for Dracula to suck out. And if he does, it's certainly not going to be of the quality that he needs to live. Plus,
Yeah, that's a potential for truth.
the only problem is Count Dracula can turn into a little bat and fly away whenever he wants.
But
So,
what about if it's like the Count Dracula that's like super jacked?
mm,
Has like super senses, like super speed for some reason.
mhm. So like a Twilight Count Dracula.
Yeah, what if he's like a Twilight Count Dracula and sparkles in the light?
Again, I mean, how do you kill Frankenstein? Like, is there?
Isn't it like fire?
I think you're right, and
Yeah.
that's how they kill each other in the movie. So if it's a Twilight vampire, yeah, maybe they might win.
I
Yeah,
think it also depends on which Frankenstein we're using.
yeah, Mecha Frankenstein or
Oh, yeah, actually, if it's like a giant robot Frankenstein, I might go with the Frankenstein.
yeah.
Or is it the Frankenstein? Better matchup. Frankenberry versus Count Chocula.
Ooh. Nah, Frankenberry wins, dude.
There's no way.
Yeah, no, he wins.
I don't think so.
Yeah, come on.
Looks a little slow.
You know, you're a little slow.
Isn't it like Count Chocula, the one that does all the finances?
I don't know.
Isn't that like in the lore?
That's Sesame Street.
No, you're thinking of the Count.
Yeah, isn't that who you're talking about?
I'm talking about Count Chocula.
Whatever. You know, tomato, tomato.
I don't know what we're talking about. Who would win, the Mummy or a werewolf? It has to be the Mummy, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because
So right now, all the mummies I'm picturing were like not like the usual classic horror mummies. It's like the mummy from the Mummy,
yeah,
who has like so many giant swarms of locusts,
Yes.
and all the werewolves I'm thinking of all died to like Van Helsing.
yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. Like, I don't think what movie has made werewolves powerful.
I'm sure it's out there. I know that there's.
So I think in Twilight, didn't the werewolves lose to the vampires too?
Not really. They never really
I
fought.
don't know, I've never seen the movie.
I just watched all of them very recently.
Oh,
So it's still very fresh in my mind.
that's unsettling.
What'd you say?
That's unsettling.
Shut up. They never fought the vampires. The werewolves. There was never a werewolf v vampire fight in that movie.
What was the fight then?
There were 2 big fights out of the 6 movies, I think. The first one being
6 movies?
It's like
I
5
thought
or
it was like 3.
I know. That's what I was saying. I got to the 3rd one. I watched them with my girlfriend. Shout out to her. She introduced me to them. They're actually not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, they're trash, but they're not as trash as everyone like made them to be. And I really, 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 really liked the first one. But that's besides the point. We're not talking about the movies. Yeah, we got to the 3rd one, and I was like, "All right, we're done." And she's like, "No, there's like 3 more." I'm like, what? I thought, what? Why is there 3 more? Yeah, I think there's like 5 or 6. And out of all of that, there's only 2 big fights, and it's between the main vampires versus the newborns. And the newborns are the vampires that just became vampires, and they're super strong and like super horny for blood. So they're like extra powerful. And that fight scene was actually incredible. I'm not gonna lie, the choreography.
Yeah, I heard the fight scene was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was like stupid good. I was actually like, I screamed at one point out of like pure hype. It was cool. And then there's the big finale fight, which they do something kind of cool. Do you want me to spoil it or?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one chick, Alice, her power is she can like predict futures. She's kind of like Vision from the Marvel comics and movies. and
Okay.
she can pass on those visions to others if she is like touching one of them.
Yeah.
So the main fight between, or for the ending, the big finale ending fight was between the Volturi, which is like the council of vampires. They like make all the rules and laws and whatnot, and just the regular, the main character vampires and some other characters and their family. So the main chick Alice walks up, to like show proof of something so they don't have to fight. And as she does that, the dude that she's trying to convince, like, hey, we shouldn't be fighting, is like, fuck you, I'm gonna fight anyway. And this whole big elaborate fight scene breaks out. It's not as good as the other one. The other one was incredible. I still think about that fight scene. It's just so good. This one was okay. But this huge, big, big finale, this is what's been leading up to, fight scene breaks out. And then at the end, where like all of the main characters die in the fight, and you're like, holy crap, dude, I can't believe this is happening. It switches back to reality, and none of it ever happened. It was actually just a vision that the bad guy was seeing through the other chick, Alice, and she was like, this is your future. Do with this information what you will. And he's like, okay, we're not gonna fight, everyone. Go home. Bye. Go. Because he sees himself die at the end too. It doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean that sounds kind of stupid.
It's not.
I'm not saying like I wouldn't do something different, but like
I thought it was cool.
sounds dumb.
Speaking it doesn't sound right. You just have to watch it. I mean, now it's not going to be the same because I told you.
I'm not gonna watch it ever. So
well, you're lost.
probably. Is it really?
Yeah. You're lost, dude. You're missing the best love triangle in the past 10 years, dude. What's wrong with you?
Is it really?
No, it's trash, dude.
Hey, who ranked that?
There's a reason that saying better love story than Twilight exists. It's terrible. They're not great movies, and they have a lot of problems with them, but they're super enjoyable.
Did you read the book yet? Or?
No, I'm not going to read the books. But
Okay.
this whole Twilight tangent aside,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with mummies on this one though.
yeah, definitely mummies.
Yeah.
Now, who would win in a fight? Let's say Shambler zombies, or like 28 days later Left 4 Dead 2 type zombies. Those two zombies pitted against each other. So like the slow, strong type, or like the super weak but super fast.
Weren't the fast ones also pretty strong though?
Not the trash mob ones. At least if we're going off of Left 4 Dead, they're super disposable. I mean, there's the special infected, but nah, just the regular ones were super disposable. And then 28 days later, I remember they die of hunger. So definitely not the strongest zombie if they die of hunger after. That's how the world was saved at the end of that movie. So usually the faster ones are weaker. What do you pick?
Maybe the Shambler ones then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Shambler ones as well.
Like that. Yeah.
Because every piece of media, it's always the Shambler ones that somehow overrun the world. It's never the fast ones. And
that's true too.
Like I just said, all the pieces of media I've played and or watched that have the fast ones usually are always super weak.
I don't really notice that until you said something.
Yeah, it's an interesting little thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Shambler ones too. And then the age-old argument is, bro, can't you just run away from them? How did they take over the world? They can barely walk, and that's a fair point.
But isn't the fear that like you can run away from them, but there's just a slow, unrelentless force coming at you nonstop?
Yeah, that is a bit terrifying. Okay, so let's do a classic one. Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger?
I want to say Michael Myers would win.
Let me think before I give my answer. But tell the people why you give your answer.
Film either.
Which one?
He just seems tougher. The
Nightmare.
one where they actually fight each other.
Oh no, that's Jason and Freddy Krueger.
Oh, that's Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go definitely Michael Myers because I don't think he sleeps. And the only way Freddy can really get to you, at least,
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen the very first Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm pretty sure the only way he can really get to you is if you fall asleep.
Yeah.
And he doesn't sleep. So, there you go.
Yeah.
I think you
I'm
win.
gonna have to go with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
What was that? I think we'll have to wrap it up over there.
You don't want to go for another hour?
No, I think we're good for
You sure?
now.
We can just keep going. I think the people like a longer podcast, right?
Do you have another topic? Or?
Yeah, it's I want to discuss the entirety of War and Peace page by page with you.
Perfect.
Okay, well,
We're good for the next year or so.
what'd you say?
We're good for like probably the next year or so.
Yeah, I think a year-long podcast,
Yeah.
one episode, people would like that. Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to say off the top of my head.
Same.
I think that's it. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. So,
Okay.
have a
So
happy.
this is episode 3 in the count up
Yes.
to Elon Musk being on the show.
Yes.
And I guess happy Halloweens for everybody.
Yeah. Happy Halloween. Stay safe or don't stay safe. I don't know. It's up to you. And
Get lit.
yeah, we'll see you in the next one. And I apologize if this episode is a couple days late than the schedule. But
Slacking.
yeah, I'm sorry. Don't fire me. All right. Have a good one, I guess, everyone.
Huh?
Or don't. So,
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Do whatever you feel like.
do ya. Whatever.